What is up everybody, I'm hoping you're all well. Laika have just released their latest movie in their filmography. For those of you who are not familiar with Laika's work, they focused on stop motion animation films and have created such works such as Coraline, Kubo and the Two Strings, Paranorman and The Box Trolls. All beautifully animated films, a style of filmmaking that I personally admire so much. So I was very excited to hear they were releasing a new movie, but does it live up to their previous ones? Well, that's what we're here to talk about, so let's talk about it. Missing Link. So Missing Link is the latest stop-motion animation film to be produced by Laika and stars the voice talents of Hugh Jackman, Galifianakis, Zoe Saldana, Walliams, Lucas and Emma Thompson. The movie centers around Sir Lionel Frost, who is an adventurer, a monster hunter. He's basically out there to prove that these ancient beasts do exist, just to get his name into this group. It's a very high society group. They don't think very much of him. They actually belittle him a lot in this movie. They don't believe any of the things that he is saying. However, when he receives a letter about the Sasquatch possibly being real, he puts everything on the line to go out there and prove his existence. And during his adventure to discover this creature, he actually finds Link, who is the Sasquatch. Voiced perfectly by Galifianakis, who wasn't exactly what Lionel was expecting. And here we have our movie, a buddy adventure type film, and much like Laika's other movies, it is still beautifully animated. I mean, it is gorgeous to look at. We really have to admire the work and technique that goes behind into making one of these movies, and just how much passion for the craft that these people who are clearly working on the film do have. And while the voice cast all do a fantastic job in this movie, Hugh Jackman and Galifianakis definitely being the standouts. Jackman able to portray the arrogant but also a sympathetic side to Lionel. The guy is very self-centered at the start of the film. He only thinks about himself. He only wants to make a name for himself and doesn't care who he hurts to get there. As the movie goes on, you do realise he has a heart and he does care about people. This of course is more prominent with his friendship with Link, played by Galifianakis, who perfectly embodied this character. He was great at giving Link that innocence. Link doesn't really know how to interact with other people, so in that there's a lot of comedy there. He doesn't know how to talk to people, he doesn't understand sarcasm. Lionel in this movie, of course, being very sarcastic towards Link, and Link taking everything that he said seriously, which does lead to some very comedic moments in the film. The rest of the cast all do a good job. The story is fairly serviceable considering the movie that it is. You kind of know beat for beat how the story is going to go. It's nothing really new. And while I have to give props for the comedy in this movie, it is a very funny movie. They also have some sort of adult jokes slipped in there, which gives the adults a good laugh but leaves the kids scratching their heads having no idea what it means. And it's always great when a movie can do that, when they can subtly put in some jokes that the adults will understand, thus making it a family fun movie in that sort of way. There's comedy there for the young ones, there's comedy there for the adults. They both work really well together. Overall, it is a very funny movie. However, my issue with this movie is the heart in this movie, the actual emotional part of this film, was not as prominent or as powerful as it's been in their previous movies. Granted, there are some emotional scenes in this movie, but nothing really grabbed my attention compared to their other films. Coraline and Kubo and the Two Strings definitely being the ones that I'm focusing on there. The heart and emotion in those movies pull on your heartstrings really well. This movie, while it didn't really have that, it didn't try and push it onto you. It didn't try to force you to feel anything. And while I would have liked to have been more emotionally invested in the more emotional side of things, I unfortunately wasn't. And I don't know whether that's because the characters weren't as well rounded as compared to their other films. And I know I'm comparing this movie to other Laika movies. I know I really shouldn't do that, but I do admire the production company. They've done some great movies in the past, as I've already said. And each of their movies beforehand has had that comedy, has had that heart, that emotion. The only movies that really lack that sort of heart and emotion is The Box Trolls and this film. But that doesn't take away from my overall enjoyment of the movie. It is still a fantastically family fun movie. It's very funny, very heartfelt at times as well. Although not as heartfelt as I would have liked it to have been. Like I said, there is still some emotional moments in the film. And while I wasn't invested in those moments, I loved the characters in this movie, primarily Lionel Frost and Mr. Link. I thought the chemistry between those two was great, and if you do like Laika's other movies, then I can highly recommend checking this movie out. It's definitely not a bad movie in their filmography, but it's definitely not their best, and so for all those reasons, I'm going to give Missing Link 3 stars. So, Missing Link, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course, more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.